worries, bud.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Graham McCormack, and he is
Hello,
now
buddy.
yes, mate. And he's now 9-3 with one knockout. Last time I had him on, he beat Dominic Donegan for the BUI Celtic title, but now he's rematching him on the 16th of September. And make sure you contact Graham for tickets. And how much are tickets before we get into it?
There's a couple. I think there's €50, €100, and then €200 are the VIP rinks. I want to think.
And how can they get the tickets?
Yeah, I have a link on my Instagram page, and there's a link and through Ticketmaster, then, bud.
So make sure you get contact Graham for a good night of boxing, and yes. But before we talk about the rematch, you fought Fergus Quinn back in December.
Yeah.
And it didn't go your way, but how did you feel in there?
Yeah, look, it didn't go my way, bud. I got stopped in the 6th round. I just didn't show up on the night. I'm not going to make excuses. Loads of things went wrong in camp, but I'm just not an excuse-making guy. Things went wrong. I didn't show up on the night. Fergus did, and it just wasn't my night, bud. And just that's boxing. That's what happened. And look, like in the game of boxing, I think it's down to like you have to be 100% there mentally more than physically. And like I just wasn't there mentally, bud, and I didn't show up, and I paid the price heavily, you know.
And did you enjoy the whole experience? I mean, the SE Arena's like a big arena.
Yeah, it was definitely a new experience. You know what I mean? Because it's not small hall boxing; it's a big show. It was on the undercard of Michael Conlon. It was on TV, so yeah, it was a big show. So yeah, the experience was great, man. And even Fergus Quinn is a great guy. I respect him. He's a nice guy. There was no bad blood or anything. It was a great show. We had big Conlon boxing back on another Conlon boxing card now. So yeah, it was a great experience, great show, great thing to be a part of. Just wasn't my night, bud. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't show up on the night. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself from that fight and that night, that whole situation. Going forward, you know what I mean? I learned a lot from it. So I'm grateful I was able to take those things away. I'm not grateful how the night went. Unfortunately, it didn't go away. But look, this is boxing. You have to take the bad with the good sometimes, and this is just one of those times I had to take the bad with instead of the good, you know.
Did you agree with your corner chucking the towel in?
Yeah, 100%. And you know what? Sean Kelly is my coach. He's also one of my best friends and has been for a very long time. And so Gugu, who is Paddy Dunn's father, and William Mack, they're my very close friends, and Mark, who's in the corner as well. I know how hard it was for Sean to make that decision, but I'm glad he did, because you live to fight another day. Boxing is no joke. It's not a game you can joke around. They knew I wasn't myself in there. They knew I wasn't going to pull it back. So what was the point of taking unnecessary punishment? Fergus is a good fighter, a very good fighter. He was landing big shots. It was a great call, and like I respect any trainer that has to make that call, because I know how hard that call is to make, especially for not only is Sean my trainer, he's one of my best mates, so I know how hard it was for him. So yeah, you know what, I thought it was a great call out of him. There was no way of me trying to fight back. I was, you know, like I'm too. All fighters are too tough for their own good. Like, you know, like no one get me out of themselves. Like, but my corner's done the right thing, pulling me out. You know, 100% agree with him. Yeah.
And of course, you're so much of a warrior. You didn't even take a knee, and he was throwing in the kitchen sink, but you were still there, which is the main thing.
Yeah, look, and he's a good, tough fighter, man. You know, like, but I suppose me personally, man, like, I reckon you have to hit me with an iron bar to put me down, you know, to keep me down. Even if you put me down, I'd get back up. You know what I mean? And it's just who I am, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, in my eyes, like, all boxers, I respect every single man that gets in a ring, man, because we're modern day gladiators, realistically, man. Do you know what I mean? We're warriors. You know what I mean? We get in there and we fight and we entertain, and you know, and for me, like, it was like, you know, just keep going, man. You know what I mean? And like, I was taking a lot of punishment in that fight, like, you know, like I've no problem saying it, man, because I think I'm not one of these fighters to say, oh no, you know, I could have made a lot of excuses, but what's the point? There's no point in excuses. I didn't show up on the night. Fergus did, and I paid the price. I took a lot of punishment, and I fully believe my corner made the right decision, pulling me out of round 6, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and then you fought in Spain. Over 4 rounds, you got the win. What was it like fighting in Spain?
Yeah, it was different, man. It was very, very different. It's completely different how boxing is run over there. It's completely different. Now the lads we were involved with really looked after us. They were really great guys. Ricky Poe and the other guy's name was Arthur. I think very very good guys involved with Kiko Martinez and Sergio Garcia and so looked after us. But it was just a complete different experience because it was like a pro-am show, you know. So it was like a lot of amateur fights on, and then there was 3 or 4 pro fights on. So it was like I'd never participated in one of those shows before. So it was definitely a new experience. My trainer Sean couldn't come over. So one of my best friends, Ross Rensford, came over with me. I was grateful he came with me, like because it was definitely a different experience, and I was glad to have one of and have my back over it. But it was a good experience, man. It was not bad out of it. It was just way different to what I was used to. You know what I mean? Like the Irish boxing scene is very similar to the English boxing scene. It's all run similar, whereas Spanish it was just very different. You know?
Yeah, but were you happy to get like a different country ticked off the bucket list?
Yeah, 100%, man. It was cool. It was cool boxing Spanish. I met some really nice people over there. I still speak to them regularly on Instagram. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was cool, man. It was nice to box in a different country, nice to box in Spain. And geez, to be honest, I'd like to go back there for a fight if I could. You know what I mean? I'd like to get another fight in Spain, maybe in 2024. So who knows, you know?
Mm. And of course, then you fought Craig McCarthy. I mean,
yeah.
Both of you did not take a backward step. I mean, I was watching it. Of course, it was live on your Facebook. I mean, jeez, that was what a fight. And there was a bit of antics backstage afterwards, wasn't there?
Yeah, look, I mean, like, look, I'm not going to say too much negative stuff about him. I think what we said to each other now is in the past, and I've moved on and he's moved on, so whatever. But like, it was a great fight. It was a cracking fight. Everyone that's seen it was there. It was a cracking fight. He got the decision. I felt like I got the decision. A lot of people felt like I should have got the decision. But you know what? Again, this is boxing. This happens. You know what I mean? You can either, like for me anyway, like you can either be a victim and whinge and moan about it and complain about it, which I did for a couple of days, and lots of stuff happened after the fight. But again, you know, emotions were running high. That was not really intentional for me or my team. Do you know what I mean? It was just more fucking anger and emotions, and it's all kind of put behind us now. I don't really care. Yeah, I don't care what he does, whatever, and all. Like I went up to super middleweight. Like I'm not a super middleweight. Like I'm a middleweight. I'm not a big guy. I'm only 5'10". I took the fight. It was a cracking fight. Great fight from both of us. I won't take that away from Craig. It was a great fight, man. It was anyone like it was toe to toe for 8 rounds. It was a really good fight. So yeah, great fight to be a part of. Unfortunately, it's another loss on my record, but I don't feel like I lost the fight. I still don't feel like I lost the fight, but I've moved on from it. You know what I mean? I don't care. But look, one thing that has been said about me, I'm always involved in great fights. I don't shy away. I'm not afraid to fight. I want to be involved in the best fights. So when I do retire and walk away from the sport, and my son is boxing, which he is boxing now already, but when he's going on in his career, people will say like, "Oh, that's Graham McCormack's son." Like, you know, he fought everybody he could fight. So yeah, look, it was another great fight, another great night. Didn't go my way. Felt like it should have.
I thought you should have got a knockdown as well. I thought you did put him down.
100%, 100% I did, and everyone thought I did. Like, I don't know how I didn't get it. I don't know how I didn't get knocked down. But look, again, it is what it is, and that's just how the cookie crumbled for me that night, you know. But again, you know what, Sam, it was another massive learning curve for me, man. It really kind of, I didn't really feel sorry. I kind of went back training a week later because I was like, I'm not going to let this keep me down now, like, you know what I mean? Because after the Ferguson fight, I kind of took a bit of time off because it was a hard pill to swallow, like, to this Ferguson Quinn last. So, and like, with the way the Craig McCarthy fight went, it was hard pill to swallow because I felt like it was taking me, but I was like, all right, it was a great performance. Just fucking get back on the bike, get back training, and something good will come.
Oh, like, you was incredible that night, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I felt really good, man. And again, like Craig's, you know, don't take me away. He's a good fighter. He's a big guy. You know what I mean? So like, I took a big step up, man, because like I'm not a super middleweight, man. I'm a small middleweight of anything. Like I'm only barely touching 5'10", like, you know. So I just wanted, the fight was put to me, and I was like, yeah, let's go, like, you know. It was like, oh, it's at 168 pounds. You all right with that? I was like, yeah, whatever, like, you know what I mean. I just like fighting, Sam. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these guys who says they want to be fighters and wants to fight the best, and then when they get off in fights are saying no. And I'm just not one of those guys. But
Kevin's fighting him, isn't he?
What, boy?
Kevin's fighting him.
on the same card I'm fighting for the middleweight Irish title,
Mm-hmm. Who do
which is a crack. It's a cracking fight.
And haven't you been sparring him?
Yeah, I've been sparring Kevin. I say, who do I think wins?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, and if Craig or any of the team watching this is not taking a dig at him, but I think Kevin beats him and beats him well. Kevin's a big, strong guy. Like Kevin's a natural middleweight. He's a big guy. You know what I mean? And
he beat Jamie, in my opinion, that last time.
Do you think so? Do you?
But Jamie's good as well.
Yeah, Jamie's my friend, so I won't comment on it. I mean, but like in my eyes, Jamie is the man. You know what I mean? He's one of my best mates. So
yeah,
like I just don't get involved in like. But Jamie, in my eyes, is the top dog at super middle. But like, I think whoever wins between Kevin Cronin and Craig, I'll be honest. I think Kevin Cronin wins and wins it very well.
Would you fight him?
To be honest, I can see Kevin Cronin stopping Craig. If I'm being honest, like Kevin's a big, strong super middleweight. You know what I mean? So. Like Craig kind of find it hard against me coming forward. So like against a bigger, stronger guy, like he'll find it a bit harder, I reckon, you know. But look, I'm intrigued for the fight. It's a good fight. Fair play to both of them because I don't know if you've seen the online stuff going back and forth, but they've been rightly at it, like, you know what I mean? And it's really interesting. It really makes you want to see the fight. So I'm looking forward to the fight, man. I'm looking forward to the fight. But for me, Kevin Cronin is the winner, hands down, you know.
For me, it's a good fight, but Kevin's a bit taller than you, isn't he? And would you say
taller?
Would you say so? Would you never fight again at super middle?
No, I'm too small, boys. Even Craig. Like Craig was a lot bigger than me as well. Like I know outside the camp I put on weight and I'm a big guy. Like, but in the ring at super middle, I'm not big, man. I'm small. I was small. You know what I mean? Whereas at middleweight, I got to cut down to 72.5. And when I do the weight right, man, I refuel big and I'm a big middleweight, but I'm not a super middleweight, man. If anything, realistically, like when I first turned pro, my first 4 fights were at light middleweight. I boxed at 70 kilos, like, you know. So like I'm not a super middleweight, man. So no, I wouldn't. I've no intention of going back up super middleweight again, but to be honest with you.
So when you fought Fergus and Dominic the first time, what weight was that? Middle?
Middle, yeah, 160.
And that's the weight you feel comfortable at?
That's the way, yeah. Once I do the weight right, man. Once I do the weight right and I cut the weight properly, which I'm doing now. I have my nutritionist, Jamie Kelly, is back on me. This camp, he's doing my nutrition for me and my strength conditioning goes to all bones. So I'm working hard getting the weight down. My weight is really good now. So once I do the weight right, man, then I'm good to go, you know. Because I can be my own worst enemy when it comes to the weight, but I can kind of fucking say, I'm grand, I'll cut it next week. You know what I mean? Where it's not the right thing, especially the older I've gotten. You know, I'm 36. I'm not 25, 26 anymore. So it's a bit harder for me to cut the weight. You know what I mean? So yeah. So like once my weight is good, man, middleweight, I do the weight right. I feel really good. I feel really strong, and I enjoy being a middleweight. You know.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, coming on to the rematch. Now you've got Dominic again, and of course he's coming off a defeat. Is he for the Celtic title, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, I think he lost to Ben McGibbon for the British Boxing Board of Control Celtic title, but he now is coming off 2 wins against journeyman opposition.
Oh yes, he is. Sorry, yes, but this is over 10, isn't it?
This is over 8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, 8 rounds. Yeah, 8 rounds. So it's a exact rematch of our last fight. But the thing with this fight is, this is the bigger opportunity because the winner of this fight goes straight on to fight for the Irish title in December. So,
and who's the Irish champ?
Well, Fergus Quinn is number 1 for the Irish title. So whoever wins this fight goes on to rematch Fergus, which is a fight I want. So, and it's not against Fergus either. I'm not focused on that right now either. I'm not focused on him or anything else. But like, that's a fight I want too. So I know that I have to get through Dominic Donegan again to get to that fight. So it's a big opportunity for both of us. I'm not taking Dom lightly. Like some people said, oh, you beat him already, you beat him again. That means fucking nothing in boxing. Like, you know that you're a big boxing man. You see it.
He's probably improved. Since your fight, I've seen a few of his fights, and he's come on better since that fight, and he's stronger. So it's just he's got way better from that fight, and you've got better as well. So
of course, man, 100%. And like I'm not naive and thinking, oh yeah, I beat him already, I beat him again. That's not how boxing goes. Like I'm training harder now than I ever trained, especially for our first fight, because to me, this is a bigger opportunity than the first fight was. It's on a massive show on a Conlon and McLeany Promotions card. It's on TV. It's on the undercard for world title. Tyrone McKenna's fighting for world title. I go world title. So it's a massive opportunity, man. And then the winner goes on for the Irish title on another big, massive show. So like, this is a must-win fight for me, man. It's I can't slip up. I can't. It's a way. This is the biggest fight of my career, realistically, because I've beaten Dom already. This is a new Dom I'm fighting. This isn't the same Dom I fought last year. It's a new and improved Dom. He's got a new coach now. And that's how I'm looking at it, because I think if I like, I've beaten him already, I wouldn't put it in camp. I wouldn't be taking it as serious. I need to take it. And that's not who I am. I made that mistake a couple of years ago when I fought Jake Kareem. I was like, I'll walk through him, because I had sparred him and I'd beaten him up in sparring. But it didn't go that way in the fight, because I looked completely past him. And to be honest, he gave me a really tough night. I won the fight 5 rounds, but he dropped me in one of the rounds, and because my head wasn't there. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I looked past him. So I'm not looking past him. This is a serious, serious fight. It's a must-win fight for both of us, realistically. Two of us have to win this fight. So like, this is more of an important fight than our first fight. It's on a way bigger stage. So yeah, I'm gunning to go, bud.
It's the return for you of Conlan like on that show, and I'm sure there's a bit of more hunger from you, and it'll be sweeter if you win this time.
It's way bigger. A big thanks to my manager Ian Cochran for getting the fight, because he actually manages Dom as well, so I know it's a tough one for him. And a big thanks to Conlan Boxing and McLean Promotions for having me on the show. But yeah, massive opportunity, bud. Back on a big stage on Conlan Boxing card and McLean Promotions, back in another title fight, you know what I mean? And the winner goes on for another big fight. So like, yeah, it's a way bigger opportunity than our first fight. It's a way bigger fight in my eyes. And I'm glad, because it's I kind of got a bit complacent in my last kind of camps and didn't train as hard as maybe I needed to train. And this camp, it has been completely different, where I've lived in the gym. I'm training 3 times every day. My weight is really good. My fitness is through the roof. I'm not taking anything for granted. And I'm ready for the best version of Dom in 3 weeks' time. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking, I've been ready, it's fine, I'll just do the same I've done last time. I'm ready for the best possible version I can get of Dominic Donegan in 3 weeks' time,
Yes. Of course, camp's going good, is it?
Camp's going great, but camp is going absolutely fantastic. Training is going great. My sparring is going great. My sprints are going great. Everything that I needed to be doing, the box I needed to be ticking, I've been ticking. You know what I mean? And I'm enjoying camp. I haven't got to kind of drag myself to the gym. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, fuck's sake, to go train again.
What would it mean to become a 2-time BUI champion?
Exactly, bud. Exactly. Win another belt. You know what I mean? My own plan, and then go on and win another title. So yeah, it's a massive opportunity, man, and it's got me really hungry, man. You know what I mean? And the fact that I know I'm going to get the best version of Dom has gotten me really hungry as well. You know.
And what would it mean? What can fans expect from you on the 16th of September?
They will get. I can promise you this, that it will be the best version of me they have ever seen. The best shape, the best physically, the best boxing, the best. I'm ready for whatever comes at me. If he wants to go to war for 8 rounds, I will go to war. That's what I love. If he wants to stand back and have a boxing match, then I'll stand back and have a boxing match. There's no problem. I'm ready. But I can guarantee you that the fans and the boxing supporters that are coming to see this fight are guaranteed entertainment. Because one thing you say about me, my fights are always entertaining, no matter what, because that's what I am. I'm an entertaining fighter, man,
Yeah, never back down from a challenge. And what are you expecting from Dominic this time around?
I'm expecting the best version of Dom I can possibly get. He's got a new trainer. He's got a newfound confidence. You know what I mean? So he wants to do one over on me. So I'm expecting the best possible version I can get. And I don't think anything else different. I don't think, I've beaten him already, I'll get the same Dom. I'm getting the best version of Dom here for this fight. And that's what's been in my head for the last 8 weeks, is that it's going to be the best version of him. So I have to be the best version of myself. And I know for a fact that the best version of him does not beat the best version of me. You know what I mean? And I have nothing bad to say about Dom in any way, shape, or form. This is not a negative fight. This is the fight between 2 fighters who enjoy fighting and want to put on the best performance of their career. And
your records show, even though he's got the 5 defeats, he fights everyone who gets thrown at him, just like you.
100%. And like, that's, and I respect Dom for that. You know what I mean? I respect Dom. I 100% respect him as a fighter, man. I respect him. I've nothing bad to say about him. But to me, he's coming to take what I've worked hard for. You know what I mean? So like, I put that respect aside for now until the fight is over. Like, you know what I mean? That stuff is aside, and it's Dom is coming to take everything from me now, because if I lose this fight, where do I go? And that's what's in my head. You know what I mean? This is a no. I cannot lose this fight, man.
This
You know,
fight means the world to you.
100%. This is the most focused and hungry I've ever been because I cannot slip up in this fight. You know what I mean? It's not like other fights. You lose, you come back. I have to win this fight, but and then this is the most important fight of my career. But I don't see any other fight right now. I don't see anything else. I just see Dom in 3 weeks' time, and you know, and a big fight, a big performance. And like I said, I know 100% me is going to show up, 100% him is going to show up, but my 100% beats his 100% all day long.
Oh, I can't wait for this. This is going to be fight of the night by a mile.
It's going to be a great fight, but I know for a fact it's going to be a great fight. I know it is.
And what's your thoughts on Vlad's fight against Ben Whittaker?
Yeah, you know, Vlad is a good friend of mine. He's a teammate of mine. Vlad is the toughest motherfucker I know, but I swear, Vlad, like, I spar him regularly. He's in the gym. He's a hard worker, and he just fights anybody, man. He fights anybody. But I'm sure he'll not shame me saying this, but Ben Whittaker is unbelievably good, man. You know what I mean? And he showed that last night because Vlad is a really good fighter. He's a tough guy. He's been in with some great guys. Like if you look back
as well.
Yeah, if you look back at Vlad's fight with Jack Catterall, that was an unbelievable fight, man. An unbelievable fight, like so. Vlad's been in with some good guys. He's put up them. So Ben Whittaker he's really, really good, man. And I think, you know, Vlad realized that on the night. But look, I'll tell you one thing. I thought it was a terrible stoppage. I don't think it should have been stopped. You know, that's
been going to survive.
Yeah, I'm taking nothing away from Ben Whittaker. That was a great form from Ben Whittaker, but it was also a good form from Vlad. You know what I mean? And like Ben Whittaker is just, you know, in a different level than anyone around. You know, but I think it was a very bad stoppage, man.
It was. Do you think that Vlad could win an Irish title?
Oh, 100%, man, 100%. But I don't know. Is that Vlad's interest? You know what I mean? I don't know if that's what he's interested in right now. I don't know what he's doing, but I do know he will be fighting again soon. I'm a massive fan of Vlad, man, because he just has no fear and he fucking fights anybody and he just doesn't care who it is. Like, yeah, I'll fight, let's go. And I really respect that, man. I respect fighters who fight, man. Like, same with this card, I know, like, you know what I mean? If Kevin Brown and Craig McCarthy, I respect them fighting each other. Tyrone McKenna, I'm a big fan of Tyrone McKenna, you know what I mean? He fights everybody, he fears no one. Luke Keeler's on the card. No, big fan of all these guys. Like, I'm a big boxing fan. You know, I can see Ken Baker saying that. I'm a big Ken Baker fan, and I like Ken.
Ken, yes, he's a legend.
You know, I'm a massive Ken Baker fan, but like, you see what he says there. He's a boxing fan with a license. I look at myself very similar, man. You know, I'm a big boxing fan who gets to box. You know, so like, I respect all those kind of guys that just put their hand on their sleeve and fight, man. You know, because this is a tough game, Sam. You know, you see it, you're involved in a big way. It's a very, very tough game. So, like, I respect all those guys that get in the ring and just fight, man, you know?
Exactly. And before I let you go, who do you want to shout out? Just fans, sponsors, just anybody, manager?
Can I just say to my team, my manager, my trainer, you know, my strength and conditioning coach, my nutritionist, my physio, all my guys, like Craig Redden, Jamie, Sean, Ian, Willow Mac, Gugu, all the lads, all my training partners. A big shout out to all my sponsors who always support me. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this without my sponsors. And a massive shout out to all my supporters who are buying tickets. A lot of tickets have been going already and who are coming to support me tonight. Because without these guys, man, my supporters, my sponsors, my team, and also a big shout out to my kids and my wife because they deal with it more than I do. But without all them, boxing is impossible, man. You know, it's not possible without the sponsors and supporters. You know what I mean? So a massive thanks to all those guys and to you guys, to all the guys for the interviews and the guys who keep the boxing world running, man. You know, it's big respect to all you guys too. You know.
And thank you for your time and massive good luck with the fight. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for always supporting me and having me on. But I appreciate it.
And good luck, mate.
Thanks, Sam. I'll speak to you again soon, my friend. Take care.
Thank you. Bye, mate.
Bye, buddy.